The Little Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Narration and art by Rick. Chapter 5. Each day, I learned a little more about the little prince. When we talked, he shared bits about his tiny planet, how he left it, and his long journey. It came slowly, like secrets slipping from his thoughts. On the third day, I heard about a big problem, the Baobab catastrophe. It started with the sheep, of all things. The little prince suddenly asked me, with a worried look, "Is it true that sheep eat little bushes?" "Yes, that's true," I said. "Oh, good," he replied, smiling. I didn't understand why it mattered so much that sheep eat little bushes. But then the little prince asked, "So, they eat baobabs too, right?" I explained that baobabs aren't small bushes. They're huge trees, as big as castles. Even a whole herd of elephants couldn't eat one. The little prince laughed at that. "We'd have to stack the elephants on top of each other," he said, giggling. Then he got serious. "But baobabs start small, don't they?" "Yes, that's true," I said. "But why do you want the sheep to eat them?" The little prince said, "Well, it's obvious." But I had to think hard to understand. On his planet, there were good plants and bad plants, just like on all planets. Good plants came from good seeds, and bad plants from bad seeds. Seeds hide deep in the ground, sleeping, until one decides to wake up. Then it stretches and grows a tiny sprout toward the sun. If it's a rose or a radish, you let it grow. But if it's a bad plant, you must pull it out right away before it's too late. The little prince's planet had some very bad seeds, baobab seeds. They were everywhere in the soil. If you wait too long, a baobab grows too big to stop. It spreads across the whole planet, its roots digging deep. If the planet is small and there are too many baobabs, they can break it apart. The little prince told me later, "It's all about discipline. After you clean yourself each morning, you must clean your planet. Pull up all the baobabs as soon as you can tell them apart from the roses. It's hard work, but simple." One day, the little prince said, "You should draw this so kids on your planet can understand. It'll help them if they travel someday." He added, "Sometimes it's okay to wait a little, but with baobabs, waiting means disaster." He told me about a lazy man on a planet who ignored 3 small bushes. They grew into baobabs and destroyed everything. So I drew that planet to warn others. I don't like sounding serious, but baobabs are dangerous. Kids, I say, watch out for baobabs. I made this drawing with all my heart. It's a very important lesson. That's the end of Chapter 5. The adventure continues next time. I'm Rick. See you soon.